Good afternoon. I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry. Promises here today. And I got to thinking, I had some ground beef thawed out, and I thought, what in the world am I going to do with ground beef? And I've done several dishes with ground beef, but I've never done spaghetti. So we're just going to have spaghetti for lunch today. On my video. I've never done spaghetti on my video. Yeah. And it's going to be gluten-free, sugar-free, of course. And I've got my water on here for my pasta. And today, y'all know that I use gluten-free pasta. And this is the best. And I've showed it to y'all before. It's Simply Nature. This happens to be organic. I get it from Aldi's. One is edamame spaghetti. One is soybean spaghetti. But if I'm not mistaken, edamame is soybean. This one has a little greenish tint to it. This one's like a little off-white, but they taste the same. So, yeah, you can tell. This one is the edamame. It's got a little green tint. This is the soybean, but they taste exactly the same. I don't know why they don't call them both soybean, but anyway. So I've got my water heating in here, and I've got a teaspoon and a half of salt, and I've got a little olive oil. And it doesn't take, because this is kind of like angel hair spaghetti, it doesn't take but like 6 or 7 minutes to cook it. So as soon as my water comes up to boil, I'm going to put my pasta in there and in this pan, and I've got it heating. I'm going to put, I think this is like maybe 1.5 pounds of ground beef, and it's just ground beef that I get at the grocery store. So wipe my hands. I'm going to salt it or pepper it, and salt. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of onion powder and a teaspoon. Now this is a half teaspoon measure, so that's a teaspoon of garlic. And I'm going to cook it just a little while before I put my onions. And today I'm going to put some peppers, sweet peppers, not many, just a few sweet peppers in it. And I've got 1/3 of a cup of onions and about 1/4 of a cup of sweet peppers that I'm going to be putting in it. And today I'm going to be using my homemade marinara sauce. And I always date my my canning things. And this is made with stevia. I got a little stevia in it. And as you can see, it was 8/22, which is August of last year that I made this. So I'm going to be using that. And it had a good seal on it. So, all right, I'm just going to brown my ground beef some. I don't know how much fat was in this because I don't know what ratio, what the, you can get it like 80/20, 70 something, 90 something, 10 or something. So I'm not sure what this one was, but anyway, all right. And if very much fat cooks out, I'll just take it out like I always do. All right, my water is boiling, so I'm going to put my pasta in my water. And I don't know, how hungry are you, Promise?
Not really.
Not real hungry? All right, I'm not going to do a whole bunch then. I may not do all of this. And it comes like this. I always break mine in half. Even when I was using just regular pasta, I would break it in half. Okay. I'm not going to use all of that. I don't think I need to, because I don't think we'll eat it all. But you know what? Granddaddy really, uh, Granddaddy really likes pasta, so I am going to do it all. All right. Because I'm going to have a good bit of spaghetti sauce here. So Okay. Now I'm going to add my peppers, my fourth cup of peppers, and my half cup of onions. And I've got my onions diced up and my peppers diced up pretty finely. Okay. And my pasta is, I always cook my pasta with the lid off because sure as I put the lid on it, it's going to boil over on the stove. So, okay. I'm going to set my timer for 7 minutes and we're going to see if it's done by then. Okay. There wasn't much grease cooked down in here, but just a little bit. And the way I get my grease out, I just push all my uh, food to the upper end and I tilt my pan like that. And I just take a little ladle and I get most of it out. I leave just a little bit in it because that's good flavor. And so, all right, now my pasta is done. My timer went off. I'm going to drain it over here in my sink. And I'm just going to let it sit there and drain while we do our spaghetti sauce. Turn my burner off. Now I'm going to add to this, I'm going to add my marinara. And I may not use this whole jar. We'll see. Roy likes a lot of sauce, but I don't like that much. But and the pasta takes up a little bit of it. So, and I'm going to add, I've got oregano. Just go to my channel and look up Grandma Rose's Open Pantry. Look up my videos, and it will show you where I made the homemade marinara. So the recipe is in the description box. So this is Italian seasoning. We like Italian seasoning, so I'm adding a little extra, even though I have got some in my marinara. And I'm going to taste this and see if it's got enough. See if it's got enough salt, enough pepper, enough garlic. And I like to add sweet peppers to mine because it just really, really gives it a good flavor and it sweetens it up just a little bit. So I don't do green bell peppers that much because I don't particularly like them. But I do love the red, green, the red, yellow, and orange ones. So because they're really sweet and they just add so much flavor to a dish. All right, I'm going to taste of this. I'll use this little fork. It's hot. Oh my. That's good. But I'm going to add a little bit more, just a little bit of garlic. Not much. Maybe a fourth of a teaspoon. That is really, that's good. You can't beat homemade marinara. It's so much better than the jar sauce. I'm going to add another half teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And I'm going to add some more marinara just because Roy likes a lot. Okay. Now I'm going to put a lid on this and I'm going to let it simmer for about 15 minutes. And then we're going to be, I've got, Promise wanted some garlic bread. She said, oh, Grandma, garlic bread would be good with that. So I had a few little dinner rolls. And so she just cut them in half and put butter on them. And we put sprinkled garlic powder on them. So she and Roy are going to have a little garlic bread with theirs. So I'm fixing to about to put a lid on this. I've already got it turned down to 4, which is medium low on my stove. And I'm going to let it simmer for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to be ready to eat. This is Granddaddy's plate, and this is our pasta. And as you can see, it's cooked. It cooked 7 minutes. It It's not mushy. It's just it's not al dente. It's just perfect. Now I'm making Roy's plate. So I got his pasta, gluten-free pasta, and I put a little bit more garlic and a little bit more salt on this. Okay. All right. I'm going to set this back here. Hold on, Promise. This is the way Granddaddy likes it. I got a little Parmesan cheese here. So I'm going to sprinkle a little Parmesan cheese on it. Just like that. And I'm going to use my fork. And I'm going to taste of it for y'all. Isn't that beautiful? That is so good. If you prefer, you can mix your sauce in with your pasta, stir it all up. But this just makes a prettier plate right here. So that's the reason I did it like this today. So I'm fixing to taste. Y'all, we haven't had spaghetti in a long time. This is so good. And that homemade marinara, it just puts it over the top. So if y'all have never made homemade, it's very easy to make homemade marinara. Just go to my channel, look up homemade marinara sauce. And I made it back in August, so that'll give you about the date that you can look at my videos. So I'm getting a mouthful here. Y'all, so good. Now, Promise is fixing to probably get on to me. But y'all see my beautiful cloth here? It's really two cloths. They're dish towels, but I wanted them big enough that I could put on my table. Promise wanted a sewing machine for Christmas. So I bought her a little Singer sewing machine. And yesterday is the first day that she's never sewn before. But she saw me doing it one day and she said, Grandma, I would love to learn how to sew. And I had been asking her what she wanted for Christmas, and she never could come up with anything. So she said, Grandma, I know, I want a sewing machine. So we went online, we found her a little Singer sewing machine. And so she made both of these cloths for me yesterday, and they're big like I wanted. And then this morning, she made a pillowcase. Beautiful, beautiful pillowcase. She's just a beginner, so we're starting out very easy. And but I just wanted to show y'all my beautiful cloths, because I keep a cloth on this table all the time anyway, and I try to let them be a little decorative. So I just love this one. But thank y'all for watching me today, subscribing to my channel, and hit that little notification bell. Y'all, I've got 399 subscribers. I need one more to get 400. So somebody out there, please, please subscribe. And remember, food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. Thank y'all for joining me.